to waste. Had I not made mistakes today, I wouldn't change. Welcome back. It is 11:42 a.m. and next we're going to be speaking to an amazing woman. She is a director, playwright, a novelist, a talk show host, and a community activist. She's also written a book called Drops of Clarity. She's also busy promoting, like we said, she's an activist, and she's going to be talking to us about one of her fundraisers. Her name is Zakira Bhika, and gives me great pleasure to welcome her to the show this morning. Assalamu alaikum, welcome to the program. What a lovely, a pleasure to have you on the show.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Julie Ali, it's such an honor to be back on Salam Media again. It's always so it's always such an honor to be amongst you crowd. You're doing such dynamic work, and inshallah Allah take you from strength to strength. Amen. And you just keep going with the work that you're doing. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
I don't know whether I should be talking about the fun run first, or should I pick your brain about all the other amazing things you've done in your life? Okay, let's start with the family fun walk. When and how did this come about for you? Because I see you've been involved, obviously, in media as a director, as a playwright, as a novelist. I also understand that you scripted 10 drama series and... gosh, what next? What have I left out? So how did this start for you?
Okay, so about my life, Julie, can we do that? Let's just talk about the breadwinner fun run at the moment.
We're going to get to that in a minute, but I have to pick your brain here.
Okay.
I'm so fascinated. I am so fascinated to know that in our community we have such amazing talent, and one doesn't really hear about it very readily. And I think we need to put it out there simply because it's going to tell our children, it's going to give them a very strong message that we as women were able to achieve this, and that too, I should imagine, against against crazy odds. So you
Absolutely.
Guys have got it made. Life is that much easier. Come on, guys, make it happen for you. So
okay.
You're an amazing role model.
Okay, so you're not going to believe this. I started out as an ordinary home mom. Okay, watching my kids and looking after my kids, and then I had a little home-based hair salon called Little Angels. Okay, so I started cutting kids' hair. I had a therapist or a hairdresser working with me, and we used to cut kids' hair. And then eventually, the mothers that brought the kids found it very private and very secluded in the area, and they wanted to then ladies in hijab and in parda and so forth. Then they asked, could we now cater for them as well? So that's how my journey in all this started. And then in 2005, I was chosen as one of the top hairdressing salons in the country by Oprah Winfrey.
Wow.
And the top 10 hairdressers were featured in the Marie Claire magazine, and that was in 2005. So yeah, I was one of the top hairdressers in South Africa, chosen by Oprah Winfrey. And then something happened in my life. My sister passed on. She and her son in an accident, and I think I had to do major changes in my life because I was very close to them, and I decided to, this was the end of the road for me. And at that same time, I completed my BA degree and went into dramatic arts. And that's when I started the lab productions for speech and drama. at that, they say when Allah takes something away from you, He definitely leaves the door open, and something better to come. I can't say that there was anything better than losing my sister or whatever, but he gives you the strength to carry on, and He opens a lot of doors for you, and if you make sabr and you take it with courage, and then inshallah definitely better things do happen. At that same time, my daughter was chosen from 26,000 kids countrywide, and she featured on the Mnet show, Are You Smarter Than the Fifth Grader?
Wow. What amazing achievements in your life.
Yes, so then I saw that. I said, you know what? They were chosen on academic basis. So there were a lot of smart kids, but because of our color of our skin and being Indian, and also because Indian children are very
Reserved.
yes, and reserved. So I said I need to do this for the Indian kids, and that's how I started the lab production, to give them a platform for them to become confident and become more aware, and be able to expose themselves in public and talk in public, and that's how the whole idea of the lab production started.
That is still running, is it not?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on in life, when that was doing really well in 2012, I lost another very dear, important person in my life, and that was my go-to man. That was my brother Nazir. And that's when in 2012, that's when I started doing everything fi sabilillah, pro bono for everybody. And all the money that I, made, I gave it to charity and all that, just to give people a fair chance in life.
Okay,
and that
so
was my budget.
Allah accept all of your efforts, inshallah.
Ameen.
Now, tell me about the lab productions. Are you still running it? Where do you operate from? If people are interested in getting their kids, exposed to this idea of building up self-confidence, self-esteem, possibly becoming public speakers, etc., how do they get hold of you?
Okay, the lab productions is based in Pretoria right now, in Lodium. So I am on Instagram under Zakira Bhika, and I'm on Facebook, and they can just get a number, and which we'll give out maybe at the end if necessary, and they can get in touch with me, and I'm just here to help everybody have a fair chance in life, and especially the kids and females that are battling with their own lives as well.
Are you perhaps related to Zain Bhika and that musical family?
No, I'm married in that family, but okay. I'm the first cousin of Ibrahim Bhai Gangat from Salam Media and Channel Islam.
Oh my word! Okay, so you're family. You're part of our family. Alhamdulillah.
Definitely.
And I can't believe it's the first time I've met you.
Yes, hence my feeling that it's so honorable and so humbling that I keep on coming back to Salam Media. Our roots are all there.
MashaAllah. That's wonderful. You've written an autobiography, The Drops of Clarity. Sometimes people go down this route because, and I'm not suggesting that perhaps you were, but in a lot of instances, you are in so much of pain for whatever has happened in your life. And you start writing, and they say it's very cathartic, to put pen on paper and to talk, just let it all out. Was that what happened for you? And what is Drops of Clarity all about?
Okay, I don't think I ever discussed this before, Julie. In 2017, I was diagnosed with a tumor on the right side of my brain. So I think after doing all these things and being in the public eye and
I couldn't resist that. Allahu Akbar. Okay. And look at you today. Yes. Alhamdulillah.
So I don't think many people really know about this. Like I say, when Allah takes, I firmly believe that when Allah takes something from you, He just gives you, so much better. It was a hard time for my family and myself to accept this, because I was doing a lot of work, and I was being in the public eye, and my kids were at their prime of their lives, and It took a lot from me, and I had to slow down. I had to definitely slow down, and that's when I thought I needed to, like you say, put pen to paper and make sense of whatever. I was like rushing. I needed to park this Ferrari and take notes of what had happened in my life and where do I go to from now. And it took a couple of months for me to relax and take note. And then once I put that pen to paper and wrote all about what had happened in my life, and yeah, I think that it made a whole lot more sense, and it gave me the vumal, like they say, to continue, because there was nothing besides the pain and whatever and the medication and slowing down, but I had to continue doing life as it was supposed to be done.
At that point, when you were
Mhm.
diagnosed, did you think that it was a death sentence, number one? How did you deal? I presume you went through all of the therapies, maybe radium, chemo, etc., etc. You might even have had surgery, I don't know, but you will respond to all of that. How did you make sense of your life? How are you going to go into dealing with your different therapies and post the therapies if you're still going to be alive? How think about that one. We're going to come back to you right after the ad break.
Okay, perfect.
Welcome back. I am talking to an amazing lady, Zakira Bhika. She's a director, playwright, novelist, talk show host, and community activist. And of course, the community bit we're going to get into in a short while. Now, I must say, when I got here this morning to do my interview, and my producer said to me that you're going to be talking to Zakira Bhika, it's about a family fun walk. And I said to her, but how am I going to fill a half an hour talking to somebody about a family fun walk? I mean, how do I stretch an interview like that? Little did I know that I'm going to be speaking to a dynamo of a woman. Alhamdulillah. We won't even have enough time to complete the interview because there's just so much more I'd like for her to unpack. But inshallah, we'll have her back on air. As you've just heard, she is a part of this family. So, Zakira, welcome back. What a pleasure to have you on the show. I've just gone out now and spoken to the people and said, she's awesome. I'm loving the interview. Are you still with us, Zakira?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I don't see a visual of you. Oh,
Okay.
there you go.
There we go.
Just so let's talk about the time you were diagnosed. What was your support structure like, and what was going through your mind about the different therapies and post the therapies, if you even going to come out of it alive?
Okay, so when you know, I don't know if the people are going to think that that's like a real joke of a life, because it's exactly how it happened. So when I had my test done, and I had to go back to the doctor for my results, and I was sitting in the surgery with my husband, and we were talking to the doctor, and he was about to give me the results, and my husband's phone rang. And at that moment, just as he began to tell me the results, the other person on the call said that my other brother had passed away from a heart attack. So so sitting there, I didn't know whether, I really didn't know what's going on. So I actually told the doctor, I'm not going to come back for results. You either tell it to me today, or I'm not ever coming back to hear, what the results are. So he said I was in a really bad state, and obviously he couldn't, give me the results. And then that evening I went to the Mayat. It was in Lands, and it was like, so surreal and so forth. But Alhamdulillah, we were there, and 2 days later I went back to doctor, and he gave me the results. So all this had just culminated into one big heap. And like I say, it was not easy for myself, not for my kids, my husband, my sibling, the rest of my siblings. So because they had to deal with the death of my brother and the results that I was, that I had just got now. And I had a great support system. But
Did you
Julie,
have did you go under all the different therapies like chemo and all of that?
not at that stage. A year later, I had to. So I went under medication for a year, to stop the growth of the tumor and so forth. And then a year later, I had to go under some chemo and that. But initially, I had two sisters, and now we were 8 siblings. I had 2 sisters and 1 brother left, and myself, and obviously my husband and my 2 kids, and they were my support structure. I chose not to tell, anybody about it, because I just felt that I can do this. I can do it without crumbling, and I can do it without, making a big fuss about it. So I can. Besides, okay, that was my intimate family. The other people that knew about it was the Salam Media team.
Okay.
So,
and that's all contained in the book.
yes.
Drops of Clarity.
Yes.
Okay. Is the book still on sale?
Not at the moment, but I have a few copies. I'd be honored to send you one.
I'd love to get my hands on a copy, and then perhaps in another interview we can unpack the book, if you don't mind. Are you going in for a second print for the book?
Not at the moment. Not at the moment. I'm really busy with the community work and all the fundraisers and so forth. So I haven't seen to that part of life as yet.
Okay, so Allah is the best of planners. You lost someone very dear and special in your life, and you decided that you're now going to go full time into community work. And one of those initiatives, alhamdulillah, is happening, I think next week or this week, sometime this weekend.
Yes, this coming weekend. Yes.
Tell us about it and why you chose this particular charity to raise funds for.
Okay, so the Breadwinner is actually a non-profitable company that was founded in 2019. It's a company based in Pretoria. So initially they started out as with the vision to distribute 1,000 loaves of bread per day to recipients in the Iterelang and other impoverished areas around the Pretoria district. The bread has been or is currently sourced from independent bakeries, but long term, inshallah, if they do get the funds, they wish to purchase their own equipment and start enabling job creations to once again to the disadvantaged individuals. The breadwinner, during the COVID and during Ramadan, they started dishing out hampers again to the underprivileged communities in Pretoria. And the way they raise funds currently is just via word of mouth or on social media by, just ordinary individuals that want to, support this initiative. So now on the 11th of October is their first anniversary. And
Wow.
they've taken it. That's why they're having the fun run. I'll tell you that what's actually happening there. But
Sure.
on the 11th of October, they've decided to take it a step further and call it the Single Moms Initiative, where they're going to help single mothers. So so far, Julie, they've identified 50 families in the Lotus Garden area that are homes that are run by single moms, and they want to help these single moms by giving them their monthly grocery hampers and helping them with their monthly expenses. And they've chosen, I think at the moment they're only able to do 50 homes, and they've chosen this because it's a small number, and then they can see and they can manage through and see how to, go further and maybe increase the figures in the future. And then, inshallah, for their long-term goals in 2021, they wish to create another segment of the breadwinner called the future breadwinner, where they identify youth to help, so that they can give them jobs or trades or skills of, so forth. And in the Single Moms Initiative, they want to also teach mothers this early child development, where they can know how to rear children so that they can be of benefit to themselves and the community, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah. Now, how does one get involved in this Run for a Single Mom 5-kilometer trail, which is happening on the 11th? Give us all the details.
Okay, perfect. So tickets are on sale. They on sale online, but you can get in touch with me, or you can get in touch with Lodium today, or perhaps even the breadwinner. They on Instagram as well. The tickets are $250 for adults and $150 for the kids, and under 5 that's free. Okay, so there's lots of things happening. It's a run. It's taking place on the 11th of October at the Little Red Barn, and that's in Irene. And it starts at 8 o'clock. There's dynamic speakers that will be there as well. But then the fun part that we all wait for is the prizes. So they're having first, second, and third prizes for the females, and that's prizes donated by 27 Pinks, which is a spa or a beauty company.
Wow.
And then for 3 men, the first, second, and third winners will be getting vouchers from Spur as well. And then for the kiddos that are running, they'll be getting vouchers from Wumpy. So there's nice, exciting things happening. There'll be there's also a raffle draw, so you got to bring your ticket and show your ticket there. And then there's 6 times 1,000 Rand vouchers from Gary Rom, the hairstylist. So there's exciting things actually happening there. And inshallah, we hope to see everybody there and come and join us and take part in all our activities. Also, one more thing, I don't know if you know about Acro Branch. They based at the Little Barn, the Little Red Barn, and your ticket will entitle you to 20% off Acro Branch in the future.
Okay, and, I don't know what Acro Branch is. Just quickly tell us what's it all about.
I'm not sure myself about that. I was just told to.
I'm thinking maybe some sort of an activity.
Yes, it's an adventure trail. I would
Okay, all right, that makes sense. Okay, that sounds absolutely awesome. Very interesting, very exciting. Just tell us once again where people can get their tickets. And are people, do you have a great big uptake with ticket sales?
Yes, the tickets are on a great rise. So I think once you start aggressive marketing, so this week the tickets have really, gone. There's like a great demand for the tickets. So you can, I can give you my number at the moment. I don't have numbers here. I can
Okay,
give you
give us
mine.
one number. Give us one number
Okay.
and right. Go
Okay.
for it.
So you can take my number. It's 060 941
060 941
5387. That's me, Zaki.
5387.
That's Zaki Bhika. And then catch Lodium today. I'm sure everybody knows Lodium today's number, or you can get in touch with the breadwinner on Instagram. And yeah, that's what's happening this Sunday in Pretoria at the Little Red Barn in Irene.
Brilliant. I know it's going to be an absolutely wonderful, fun day for the whole family. Thank you indeed.
Inshallah.
And inshallah, you're going to be raising lots and lots and lots of money for a very needy cause. Wonderful talking
Inshallah.
to you. I'll be looking out for the book and inshallah talk to you again sometime soon.
Jazakallah so much, Julie, for having me on your show. And please convey my dearest and warmest salams to everybody in the team. And you guys are always in my heart and in my duas. And Allah take you from strength to strength,
Ameen.
year after year.
Ameen. Ameen. Jazakallah and assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum
salam. We're now going for another ad break, and when we get back, we'll be joined by Dr. Shaisa Naransamy, who is a chiropractor. Let's hear what it's all about. When do you consult with a chiropractor, and are they effective or as effective as we hope that they would be or can be, inshallah? All of that right after the ad break.